My name is Kevin Ray, and you're listening to Truckers and Others. Welcome to the show. We're going to have a great day today. Today is Monday, January 22nd. And I am behind on uploads. Why? I don't fucking know. I don't know why I haven't been uploading shit. I just haven't. There's no good reason why I haven't. I've had a lot of time sitting at home not doing a fucking thing that just uploading some of these fucking episodes should be an issue. But I'm 2 episodes behind, I believe. You know, I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. But I think there's 2 episodes that I have not even released yet. It is icy today. We had an ice storm, ice rain roll in last night. Really fucked up some shit. My schedule today was supposed to be doing some driving training, like the Smith system and shit, which is just kind of we're looking for things for our guys to do. Oh man, he about just spun out just from a little bump over here. Yeah, it's icy out. It's straight up just ice everywhere. Not everywhere. It'll make you think that you're fine for a little bit, and then all of a sudden, boom, you're on ice. And right here, there's like a big buildup of ice, and then a little water stream through it. So it's a big fucking bump. Not good. I probably shouldn't be driving right now. I hope that doesn't jinx myself later. I'm just going to take it nice and steady all the way to Lawrence from Kansas City, I-70. It should be fine. The highway should be fine. Yeah, so I got in today. It was pretty icy, about fucking busted my ass on my porch. But, you know, just jump in the yard and then walk through the snow down to the car, get the car scraped off, and took off. Yeah, my entire road was pretty bad. Even the more major roads next to my house were kind of bad. And then the highway, I couldn't tell it was bad. I didn't want to find out how bad it was, but I was doing about 55, 60 the whole way. And just passing people like I'm fucking Dale Earnhardt. You know, everybody's doing 40, 30, 40. Their hazards on and shit, and I'm just right around them. My little Chevy Cruze, a little race car. And then I got to work about 10 minutes late. I don't know. I guess somebody got fucking. They were inside of a tank. This was an accident, I guess, is what happened. I did not see the pictures. I wanted to, but I had to get going. Guess somebody was in a tank at a chicken processing factory, and everybody that runs that facility was gone. So there's a third-party contractor that contracted us to come in and do some work. And when we got, I wasn't there. This was down in Arkansas. Guy was in a tank. His pressure washer was not working the way he wanted it to work. So I guess he got out of the tank. I don't know the whole story, so bear with me. I don't know exactly how he got hurt. But what they were talking about, I guess it's a big mixer inside of a tank, and they had it locked out, tagged out, at least what the third party guy thought. And I don't know. I guess it turned on. It was locked out where they thought they could lock it out, but it was still on a timer or something like that. There's a like some sort of a timer, and the big mixer turned on as he was getting out of the tank, as he was already out. I don't know, but there was still like hoses and stuff in the tank when it turned on, and I don't know. I guess it fucked up this one dude's arm pretty fucking bad. Uh, Kind of degloved his arm, is what I heard. So that's pretty fucking gross. I guess he's got. They were saying. Well, I kind of walked in at the end of the conversation. Is what I'm thinking. But they said that he's gonna be getting synthetic skin put on until his arm heals enough that they can start taking skin from other places on his body, i.e., his ass. And I guess he was a pretty big boy, but that poor man ripped his fucking arm off. I can't. I don't like that. And you know, every time an accident like this happens, well, they go through it and they're like, "Hey, if you, yeah, I mean, just my point of view is they're like, if you think you shouldn't do it, don't do it." I'm like, all right, well, hold on. There's a lot of fucking things that we do here that I don't think I should be doing, like driving the truck right now on the highway. Don't do it. Do you want me to just cancel the job? I mean, I guess I could if I really felt like it, but you know, that works in that situation where it's like, oh yeah, but they didn't even know anything about the machine at all. They thought everything was safe, so there was no thinking about nothing. There was already measures in place to keep them safe inside the tank. Now, had his power washer not fucked up and he was still in the tank when it turned on, is at least that's what they're making it sound like, is that, you know, he got out of the tank in the nick of fucking time. All right, you got your flashers on. You're going slow as fuck. What are you doing? Ah. So, anyways, we had that part of our meeting going down, and then the chick that called a chick called in today. She was supposed to be doing this Lawrence run. I'm guessing she called in. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with her. But anyways, this is a job that I am the one that kind of started. I was the one. I was the guinea pig to go in, figure out all the bad shit, figure all the right shit, and just kind of develop a map to the job. And then as soon as I got that done, you know, after I did it like 3 times, they just took me off of it. And this is a weekly job. This is like a job we do every fucking week. And I'm like, you motherfuckers, what, you got me in here doing not shit, and then you taking my damn jobs. Like they took my Oklahoma run away from me. And that chick, if she doesn't call in, she'll be doing that tomorrow. And I'm like, hold up, y'all are taking my fucking jobs. Uh, so anyways, that's what I'm kind of dealing with. So instead of doing driver training, since it's too icy out, they don't want to do driver training. And that chick called in. He's like, "All right, go ahead and do the job." I'm like, "Yeah, I know. I'm. You should always have me on this job. I mean, I'd rather have the other job of going to Oklahoma. Go ahead and kick her off of that and give me that." Because that's my shit. That was where I was making my fucking money. That's how I was feeding my damn kids. And then they take this shit away from me. Unbelievable. But oh well, I'm just complaining to complain. So he says, "Hey, go grab." All right, so we have two truck driver chicks. He said, and the other truck driver chick called in also, or else he probably would have had her on this job. I don't know why I'm the last one to get picked for this fucking job, but whatever. He said, "Take her truck." I'm like, hold on, what? Are we assigned trucks now? He's like, "No, but that's the truck she always uses. She always gets real butthurt if anybody else drives it." I'm like, yeah, well, you need to nip that in the fucking bud, okay, bud? You need to fucking get that shit fucking figured out, because none of these trucks are assigned unless it's a pickup truck. No, not the big trucks. We only have three of them. We have way more fucking drivers. So no, it's not. It's the one that she prefers to use every single time, which is fine. Yeah, you can prefer to use it, but I don't know. Anyways, I go down there and I grab the truck. It is fucking half a tank of diesel and out of def. I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding. We have that shit on site. We have that shit on site. You have to pass it to get to park the trucks. They put it in a specific area, so whenever you pull in the yard, yeah, with the big truck you got to do a little bit of a U-turn, but it's set up so whenever you pull in the yard, you can get everything filled back up and then go park your truck. And I don't know. I don't know. But it was not, it was fucking empty when I fucking got it. So I filled it up, and then they're like, "Oh, hey, yeah, make sure." I'm like, "Are they still doing all the fucking PPE shit for this fucking job?" Since I haven't done it in a while, I don't know. He said, "Yep, they are." I'm like, "Oh, god damn it." So this is a non-hazardous substance. It was hazardous. It has the potential to be hazardous, I guess. But it's a non-haz substance. That's why we're dumping it at the landfill. And they make you gotta have, you're supposed to have overshoes or rubber boots. You're supposed to have a chemical suit on, a safety glasses, safety goggles, and a face shield. Chemical gloves. Like, I'm like, hold up, this is hazardous? They're like, no, it's non-haz. I'm like, it sounds pretty fucking hazardous. Like, no, it's not at all. It's just the safety guy wants us to do it this way. I'm like, this is fucked. So, and it, oh, that guy is off in the ditch. He's at a truck parking area, and he's just slid off into the ditch. Hey, I mean, that's better than being slid off in the ditch over here somewhere along the highway, fuck, slowing me down. I think 55 is a safe speed. I don't want to get too close to people. I don't want to get into a situation where I have to brake hard and I'm too close to people. So 55 seems like a reasonable speed. I have not experienced any sliding whatsoever yet, except for at the shop, but that's, the shop. That's completely untreated. I'm guessing I-70 should be all right. Um, Chiefs had a game last night. It's the only game that I've watched. I am not a football man. I don't really understand football. Is that dumb? I don't know. I don't know if it's dumb or not. But they're doing a bunch of shit, and I have no idea why they're doing any of it. I guess I don't know. I don't. After you get a touchdown, you get to kick a ball. So they did that sometimes, and the other team, they fucked up on kicking the ball. And I think that's what kind of it was. I don't know if that was the deal or something after that, but they there's still like a minute and a half on the clock, and they say, "Yeah, we're fucking cool. We're cool. We'll go ahead and not win the game," is what the other team said. I'm guessing they said something like that. They said, "All right, cool, you win," and the Chiefs reign supreme. It's pretty cool. I think they said 12-6 and 12-6. They were both the Bills and the. I don't fucking know how to talk about sports, and I don't think I want to start now. But anyways, I think they were pretty evenly matched. And then they got the fireworks going off in my neighborhood and stuff, because we're in Kansas City, and people get real enthusiastic about it. Um, yeah, and it's kind of cool because every time something good happened on our team, my kids were running around the living room. I'm like, hey, come look out the window, and you'll see a firework. And they're like, how do you know? I'm like, I just know. Look out the window. Quit asking questions. Do you want to see it or not? Of course they want to see it. So they run to the window, and then boom, somebody down southeast of us fucking blows up a firework. Pretty cool. And then we won the game, and there's just a freaking finale going on over there. Um, yep, wife was working last night, and she worked Saturday night also. Um, Leaving me in charge of the kids. Am I a bad dad? No, I'm not a bad dad. I'm a great dad, I think. Could I be better? Yeah, because I could actually do some stuff with the kids. But man, I've just been lazy as fuck lately. I'm just like, let's. I get up with them every now and again and run around and play and stuff. But for the most part, I like to. I'm sitting on the couch. I'm like, go do your own thing, which they like, and they like with me because I'm not constantly asking what they're doing every 5 minutes like mama. Mama knows everything they do all day long, and I am like, they've been in their rooms. I don't know. they've been pretty quiet, and then they get loud, and then they get quiet again. Um, Fed them corn dogs last night, and the night before, or no, for lunch I did Lunchables. I made my own Lunchables. Found a little, like, it's not a shot glass, but it's like something about the diameter of a shot glass, and I use it to cut up some bologna into circles, and then fold the cheese into fours. Because they were like, I want a Lunchable. I'm like, here you go, I got one. Got one for you. And I don't know. I was getting ready to get up and do some crafts with them, and then I was like, it's 9 o'clock. I was gonna have them draw some pictures for their mother, and I was gonna get out the hot glue gun and all. I mean, maybe I shouldn't even talk about what I was gonna do because that just makes me seem like I was gonna do something and then I didn't, and it was gonna be awesome, and it wasn't. Um, yeah, not a lot went on this weekend. I sat around. I didn't even play my video game. Played my son's video game, Lego Fortnite. Played that with him. I got it to where we can play together because he plays on the TV. And I spent what $16 on a Spider-Man outfit for him, little Lego Spider-Man outfit. Couldn't believe. I'm like, what? Is there a way I can just buy the outfit? No, you have to buy V-Bucks. All right, can I buy 1,500 V-Bucks? No, you can buy 1,000 or 1,000. Like, what the fuck is this? This is a bullshit, man. But he was tired of running around as a Christmas tree. That's the only outfit he had was a Christmas tree. So I was like, all right. And I don't know how that fucking shit works either. But got him going, and then I was like, all right, now he needs help every time he plays. So how about I just find another system to play on, and boom, we have a Nintendo Switch. My wife bought a long time ago. This is her second Nintendo Switch. She bought the first one, never played it, got rid of it, then got sad because she didn't have it anymore. She bought another one, and has she played it? She played it for a little bit. Not really. So it's just been sitting doing nothing. So I grabbed it and downloaded the Lego Fortnite or all of Fortnite games or whatever it was on there, and started playing it on there and getting, his helping him get his city built up, and then, he's wanting to switch from the Switch to the TV, and I'm like, brother, the Switch is for me. You just use the TV, you know all the controls, you know how everything works, you can see everything way easier. But no, he would cry and complain every time, so I'd have to switch back with him. We also, my brother and my cousin, apparently they play games together all the time. They've been playing a lot of Lego Fortnite too. So I was like, hey, let's all play. So all four of us got on. We were playing for a while. It was a good time. And he's like, I want Spider-Man on the Switch. I'm like, dude, no. I just spent $16 for the one. You ain't getting it on the other. Going down, not a steep grade, but it is a grade. I'm going downhill, and then it comes into a corner and goes uphill. And this is, if it's slick out, you can find out right here. Um, yeah, on Friday we had first aid class, kind of. How to dress a wound, how to use some shit, AEDs, all that good stuff. Well, we had CPR class a different day, but it was all right. Um, and here, yeah, I'm gonna get here to this place. I'm just gonna run it through you real quick because I'm probably not gonna record much longer for right now, but I'll record afterwards. I'm gonna get here. You gotta sign in. You gotta bring your ID in. You gotta get a badge made. You gotta get pulled in. Get up on the scale. Grab an empty weight. Pull around. Do a horrible fucking backup in an area that I don't know. It's not easy to back up over there. It would be easy if they would just park their cars in another spot, but they all park in this big open parking lot, and it's like, dude, if you just didn't park there, I could whip in and just back right into where I need to be. And they're like, yeah, that ain't gonna happen. I'm like, y'all could park on that side of the parking lot and it'd be fine. Like, yeah, not gonna happen. I'm like, all right, well then fuck you guys. You're gonna have to sit there and watch me fucking back up, and then I feel like an idiot. I always get it, and I always get it perfect, but it's like, man, there's easier ways to fucking do this job. And then back in and get loaded. Suit up. Use their horrible measuring tactics. And when I say horrible, I mean they're fucking horrible. Their gauge that they use, I'm like, how much is in your tank? They're like, it's 95%. Okay. And they're like, yeah, we usually load 19% or whatever, or 48, 30, I don't even know what it is anymore. But it's been drastically different with the same percentage every time. And, well, not every time, because they're like, yeah, we're going to load 75% or whatever the fuck it is. They load it and they're like, oh, we could have added another 500 gallons probably. Okay, cool. So the next time I come in, they have their little calculations made up, and then they load it, and then they're like, oh, you're a little heavy. I'm like, yeah. What, are you trying to get me exactly at 80,000 pounds? Like, that's not a good idea to try to get me exact. So then they bring it down, and then they're like, oh, we could have added another 800 gallons. I'm like, okay, buddy. Y'all are fucking with me. So that's what's going to happen when I get there. They're going to have, I don't know who's been doing this job and which truck they've been doing it with, but I don't really give a fuck. I'm not going over any scales. I'm not going anywhere far. I'm just going from Lawrence to over here to basically state line and dumping it off. I guess their safety guy reviews it. Wants to get as much off as possible without going over, so I don't know. I've never had to have been offloaded before, but let's hope that never fucking happens. They load too much on or whatever. And it's always a different fucking guy. It used to always be this, well, whenever I did it like 3 times, it was always the same guy. And then, but these other people that have been doing it, they're like, yeah, no, that guy, he helped me once, or he doesn't work there no more. I'm like, you don't know that. But anyways, it's going to be a good day. Because, so the guys that there's going to be a bunch of us doing that Smith System training thing. And since that got canceled, I looked and I saw all those guys. They were all cleaning trucks in the shop, which is, I don't mind doing that really, but I hate being stuck at the shop doing little bullshit. I mean, they're like, all right, just stay busy. Like, we're not, you know, whatever progress you make, but just stay busy, you know. So if, I don't know. And I just don't like that. I like having a task at hand. And so now I got it. So this is way better than being stuck at the shop. Even though I could be listening to freaking music and hanging out with the boys. I'd rather be out here doing my own thing. Anything else been going on? Not really. Just been kind of being lazy at home, which is nice, real nice. Hopefully work will start picking up and get me some sort of task. Because they've been having us at the shop or at the office just doing training and stuff a lot lately. Like last week, there was only one day that I did work. Well, I guess Monday I drove down to grab that sandblaster, and then I don't know what the fuck I did Tuesday, Wednesday, I had off. Thursday, I did some. Thursday, I did do work. I grabbed a roll off truck and drove down to Tulsa. I think I talked to you about that in one of them unreleased episodes so far. They'll be released by the time this is released, obviously. Uh, and then I drove a man back. Went down there. I think I explained all that shit, so I'm not going to do it again. And then Friday we had our uh first aid kind of class or whatever. That was all right, but we were done at noon. My boss came out and he subtly, studdily. What the fuck is that word? He said it, but not real loud. You know, subtly, subtly said, "Y'all can go home at noon." Nobody fucking heard him. So he's just in his office. He's over there shit chatting with us. Is that it? Shit chatting? Shit chatting with us, talking, having a good time, telling stories, laughing at pictures. And then I'm like, all right, man, I think I'm going to get you out of here. He's like, yeah, I know. I told you to leave freaking 45 minutes ago. I'm like, and then everybody else is like, huh? We're like, oh, okay. And then we all fucking left. And then, are we allowed to charge till? Well, if we left at 12:45, we would most likely charge till 1. Are you gonna let us charge till 1? No. Nope, not gonna let you do that. Okay. So we I don't know. I stood around there for 45 minutes not getting paid, which is not horrible. I wasn't gonna do anything at home anyways, but end up I put in for 4 hours PTO that day. I said I'm gonna go ahead and use PTO. Hopefully it gets approved. Because we are only there till noon. I'm not getting paid for 5 hours. I'm not only getting 5 hours of pay. You know, can't be doing that. Got to give me 8 hours a day, even though I ended up having like 47 hours that week. But none of it's going to be overtime because I had 12 hours of PTO used. Which I need to start watching it because I'm going to be running out of fucking PTO for too long with these fucking days like this. Um, yeah, I don't want to be using all my fucking PTO. I imagine I think we got kind of a vacation thing planned up. I think we're all going to meet in Dollywood. So my buddy that lives in Florida is going to drive up, and we're going to drive over, and we're going to coordinate over there at Dollywood, and we're going to do like a 3-day vacation there, right around my buddy and his wife's birthday. Both of them have birthdays within like a week of each other, right there. So I think that'd be kind of cool. It'd be nice to see him. It's been a while. I've seen him on like video and stuff, but that ain't the same. Um, we we were talking more at the beginning of his move, but I haven't talked to him in a while. Kind of sad. Uh, it's kind of a sad thing. I'm not sad about it. It's just kind of a sad thing. It's like, man, we're best friends, and now we barely talk. But whatever. He's having fun, I believe. They're going to the beach. He's like, "Oh man, it's 60 degrees here. It's cold." Like, yeah, negative 12 sometimes over here. Negative 12, not good. We're having record cold streaks. Today is actually not bad. It's only 30, or it's all of 30 degrees. It's warm today, but it's not enough, not warm enough to melt the fucking ice, which is not cool. Be nice to have the ice melted. Um, but and I hope I'm gonna have to drag this fucking job out, man. I guess I could get back to the shop. I can do shop work until 3, which I'm gonna need to. I can't be getting anything less than 8 hours a day ever. So I'll just take my time on this job. I'm going well under the speed limit, because of road conditions and offloading. Maybe the pump won't be running as fast as it can. That really won't save me time at all. That like maybe a minute or two. So that's not going to help. But I don't know. It's based. This job I think takes like 6 hours to do. So and that's like dragging your feet. So hopefully there's some more shit to do whenever I get back, which is kind of weird because that other job where I had them roll offs and, I was like, hey, this one's way too fucking heavy. I guess they transferred half of it to another container. So are those containers ready to go? I don't know. Are they full or have they been done by somebody else and I just haven't known about it? I don't know. So we'll figure it out later on, I guess. Part of me hopes somebody else is taking care of it, and the other part of me is like, let me do that because I can definitely spend some time with that today, or tomorrow, or the next day because I don't think I'm on the schedule for jack shit all week long. It would be really cool if I could do that Dogwood run, or not Dogwood, that fucking Oklahoma run. Coming up, 2.7 miles. I'll be off this fucking highway and onto the roundabout that's full of ice, I'm sure. And then on the side streets, there's a little neighborhood street that I got to go down, and it's usually really tight on a clear day. And with all the snow plows and shit that have gone by, the street is probably not as wide. So the cars probably won't be as far apart as they could. I don't know. Maybe I'm just being negative. I think I am. I'm just being negative now. At least the truck that I'm driving was parked inside, so it's easy to warm up and get going. There's not a bunch of ice and shit all over the top of it because I got to get up on top of there and get the hatch open, which I already opened the hatch, and I only got one little wing nut holding it closed right now. So whenever I do get there and they give me the hose, I can just swing it over real quick and fucking hook it up. And then I ain't got to worry about making sure the wing nuts come off and shit. This tanker is actually pretty well taken care of. This truck and tanker are really well taken care of because the woman that drives it all the time and she keeps it nice. She doesn't keep it full of fluids, the fuck, but she keeps it nice and clean and organized and ready for action. Um, One of the other guys that we work with, if he ever has to drive a truck, doesn't matter what truck it is, he will go in there. Before he'll even sit down in the fucking seat, he strips that fucking truck empty. He throws everything in there out on the ground, makes a little pile of it. He doesn't break anything, at least I don't think, but he will make a little pile on the ground, just on the ground. He won't put it in a shelf. He won't let anybody else know. He will just make a pile of shit on the fucking ground right next to the driver door and then take off with the truck. Like that happened to me. I was driving this truck, not this truck, but a different truck, like all week long. I was doing the Oklahoma run, and they needed that truck for a different job one day, and they canceled my job. And, I got so comfortable with it that I thought I could leave some shit in the fucking truck. No, I could not. This looks like ice. It looks like it could be treated also. We'll find out if I hit a fucking curb. Like 2 ice storms ago, I had my little race car out, my Chevy Cruze out. No, it was 2 or 3 ice storms ago. I took my son to daycare, and then I was on my way home. I don't know why. I don't think I was going into work that day or something. And I was on my way home, and I hit ice, and I fucking smacked the goddamn curb with my steel wheel, and it bent my fucking shit. It was not cool. So I had to buy a new rim. All right, for the people that don't realize it out there, don't buy a Chevy Cruze. A Chevy Cruze really isn't that bad of a vehicle. I like it for the most part, but parts are a fucking pain in the ass. The the lug pattern on a Chevy Cruze is different than every other fucking Chevy vehicle except for like a Sonic and a Cobalt, I believe. Which I mean, there's a ton of those vehicles out there, but I just needed one fucking wheel, and I found several sets on like Craigslist or whatever. Nobody's wanting to split them up, and they want way too fucking much for uh for the set, because I was like, all right, I'll just buy the fucking set. And no, I was not gonna pay $400 for a set of steel wheels, used steel wheels on fucking bald tires. Not doing that shit, even though my tire was fine. Speaking of that, I had one of my tires fuck up, and when I hit that curb, but the tire was fine, I believed, but then I had one tire fucking slip a bead. It's not slip a bead, but one of the fucking, it was a wobbly fucking tire. I think it was that fucking tire. Anyways, I ended up buying a new rim, a brand new rim for like $150. It was ridiculous. And it's a steel wheel, and I had to buy the fucking hubcap too, and the hubcap was like $40. I'm like, a $40 hubcap? This is some bullshit. But I bought it. I got it. And I don't know. I felt like I didn't even hit that curb that hard. Those steel wheels are just kind of soft. I wonder if there's anything you can do with that, like you have them hardened or something. I don't know, but it's an old rally car now. I'd like to lift up the suspension a little bit. I think that would be kind of cool. Have it lifted a little bit. Give it a little bit extra ground clearance. Um, and it would just look kind of cool. And I'd like to get some of those rally style wheels, or maybe even just fucking hubcaps. I don't fucking know. If I didn't do that, I would just do steel wheels. But the hubcap, or the That's a good looking truck. 1998 Chevy short bed. Um, the lugs are screw-on lug. Not, I mean, obviously the screw-on lugs, but the hubcap screws to the lugs, so they look ugly as fuck. So if I got different lug nuts, I would probably just run the steels. Yeah, it looks a little shittier, but I did I didn't do good with that car. I fucking spray painted the hubcaps black. I did some other shit to the car, and it actually turned out really good. Like the interior pieces I painted are actually really good. Like you can't tell that they're painted. I sanded them down. I did it all right. I made them look really good, and yeah, they've lasted. The interior parts have lasted. There's no scratches, no bubbles, no nothing. It looks like an original fucking piece. Because the whole center console of that thing is like a light gray. No matter what color interior you have, it's all light gray, and I painted it all black. And I was gonna do the radio face also, like around the buttons, like the plastic piece around the buttons, because it's a shiny black. But that radio is too fucking hard to get taken apart, so I just said fuck it. It's okay. It's black. But yeah, everything else in the other than like some of the fabric pieces, I didn't fuck with those. I just did the center console around the shifter and everything. And dude, every time I've seen it, there's a guy at work that has another Chevy Cruze. Every time I look inside there, I'm like, oh, the interior of this car looks fucking. I hate it. I don't know why. It's just gray, but it looks ugly as fuck. The gray and the chrome and the fucking like off gray fabric, and it looks fucking ugly. But what I did, I really like. And then yeah, I took all the hubcaps off. I did the same. I did all the stuff on the same day. I sanded them all down, got them all looking like really nice, and it did. They looked really fucking good when it was first done, but the wheels and the elements and stuff did not last. So now it's all chipped and shit. Um, and then I did like there's a panel on the back where the license plate lights are, and it's a big chrome strip. I took that off, sanded it down, and painted it also, but it's coming off also. I took the fucking emblem off the back, the Chevy emblem, the Cruise letters, and the whatever model it was, LE. I don't fucking know. It's like basically almost a base model. It's not a base model, but it's almost a base model. And yeah, that car looked pretty fucking cool. It's bright red with all the black accents. It looked all right, but it was still hubcaps. Now I've been on the look for some cruise wheels, which there is one set of cruise wheels that I really do like, and it's like the I don't know, 12 spoke, 15 spoke, whatever spoke it is. I like those ones, and they're like a chrome wheel. I'd probably have them. I'd probably sand the chrome off of. I don't know what the fuck I would do. Probably not shit. I'd probably just put the chrome ones on the way they are. But those ones look cool. I'd like to put those on there. I'd like to go through and really do another good paint job, a better paint job on the hubcaps and or not the hubcap. If I got those wheels, I wouldn't do hubcaps. That's a lot of fucking geese. There's 5,000 fucking geese in this field right next to this place that I'm going to. A fuckload of geese. Oh man, I bet hunters are fucking shitting their pants if they see that. Or are you allowed to hunt geese? I don't fucking know. I'm not a hunter. So that, I mean, that is what I would like to do. Right now, all I would like to do is get a set of wheels for it that don't look like fucking shit. Oh, sorry. Burping. They actually have a guard here.
Hi.
Hello.
How are you?
Good.
What's your name?
Kevin Owens.
Kevin Owens. And you are here for what purpose?
I'm getting a load of. It says it right here. It's non-regulated scrubber water.
Okay. And that will be over at the Tricora site, right?
I usually whenever I've done this, I did this a while back, last year sometime. I weigh in and I go all the way around. Yep.
Tricora. Okay. I will let him know you're on your way down there and open the gate for you.
Thank you so much. Wow, that's nice. I love that. She is so nice. She's gonna actually get the gate open for me. I'm gonna roll in there. Everything's gonna be fine. Instead of fucking dealing with calling people and fucking doing all kinds of shit. This is nice. I like this. I don't know what the fuck Shikora means, but this will be nice. This will be a good day. Yeah. Hard hat. I don't think any vests are needed. All right, ready to roll. I don't know. Are these guys blocking me for some reason? All right, cool. Made it in. Oh, dude, I farted. Luckily, as soon as she shut the door. That is fucking rank. And those fucking toilets at the shop. I was gonna take a fucking shit before I left. Somebody, I mean, I did it the other day. I actually did it on the 10th. I know that because I texted my boss that the fucking toilets in the back room were fucking overflowing and shit. Uh, well, I don't know what the fuck they were doing. I'm not a plumber. I don't know, but it was all fucked up, and the water was not coming into the fucking toilets. And then when it wasn't flushing. So I don't know. I put fucking trash bags. I found some trash bags, and I would fill them with the sink water, and then dump it in the back of the toilet to make it fucking flush. And I got my shit to go down. And then the toilet was fine after that. Well, it wasn't fine, but it looked normal, and I cleaned up my mess. Somebody else went in there and did not spend near as much time fucking with it because there was a pile of shit in the toilet, and the other toilet was all fucked up. This guy was gonna pull out, and then he let me take the scale. Thank you, sir. Pull up on here. Weigh in. All right, I'm gonna let you guys go for a little bit, and everything is fine. Got loaded. Everything was fine. Yeah, like you heard, the lady let me go in there just fine, and I weighed in 41,000 for the day cab and the tanker, empty. And then I Drove all the way around this fucking place. I know where I was going, but you just have to go all the way around to the back, to where they load you, and there's like all this steam and shit just blowing around. I'm like, I can't see a goddamn thing. Luckily, I think that there's somebody using steam to clean up some ice off of the top of a tank or something, is what was going on. And then, of course, the hatch that I released all the fucking wing nuts except for one. I was like, oh yeah, we're gonna load in this one for sure. The middle one. Wrong. He backs me up to the first one, and then I get up there. I'm like, oh motherfucker, I gotta tighten the fuck out of the middle one, and then I gotta loosen up the back one. Everything was fine, but it was a little bit of a pain in the butt to get for that. Then I sat around and talked to him for a while. Oh, I did have to suit up completely. I talked to him. I'm like, we all still suiting up, right? He's like, yeah, yeah. Well, just wear a jacket if you want, a chemical jacket or like a rain top or something. I'm like, I don't have that. He's like, oh, well, guess you got to suit all the way up. I'm like, motherfucker. So, yep, safety glasses, goggles, face shield, gloves. Nope, I didn't put boot covers on. I just wore my regular boots, and then a full chemical suit. And then got up there, stuck the hose in, and that was it. And that's the only thing you need the hose or the suit on for, is to stick the hose in the hole. And I get the hose stuck in the hole, and then I get down and out of the way, and then he turns it on. So there's like no, I guess there is a risk there of it splashing on you, but it's very low, very very low. But whatever, got it all loaded on. Then I left, weighed out. I'm at 81,000, so I am a little heavy, 1,000 pounds overweight. Um, Not a big deal. Realistically, my gauge on my dash, whenever we load like the selenium water and stuff, my gauge on my dash is exactly where I want it to be. Like if I had this, because I'm not testing my weight, doing that. I just kind of guess, and usually ends up fine. But if I was loading that and I saw what I see right here on my dash, I'd be like, damn, I'm fucking perfect. So, but I am a little bit over. I could technically get an overweight ticket. And now I'm leaving. Leaving Lawrence. Um, Headed to the landfill. Gonna pull in there. Have to wait in a long fucking line of vehicles, I'm sure. The icing on the hill is gonna be a pain in the fucking ass, I bet. I'm gonna be behind somebody slow. This is the one time where having an automatic is okay. Is where I don't mind it so much. I mean, I prefer the automatics. This style automatic. Anyways, I mean, it's not real great for ice and stuff, because like whenever I was doing those containers and I was on basically ice, whenever I was backing underneath it, this was with the straight truck though. But even with I have my foot on the brakes pretty good, but it would still break loose, and it would shimmy the fucking truck sideways. I'm like, what the fuck? So, and have it, if you had a clutch or something like that, you have way more control over it. But whenever you get to this landfill over here and you're going up the hill and you got a downshift, and I don't know, it's happened before. I'm sure it's happened to some of you guys out there When you're in a semi and you're trying to downshift going up a hill, if you don't fucking catch it exactly right, you're gonna be fucking stopping on the middle of that fucking hill and starting out from fucking nothing. And whenever you're loaded, especially, it can be a fucking pain in the ass. But I shouldn't have to deal with any of that. I'm in an automatic. I've got differential lockers and interaxle locker, so I'll lock all those motherfuckers up before I even attempt the hill. And if there is somebody like in the way or whatever, I'll wait till he gets about halfway up before I start going up there, because it's like an uphill, curvy road, and it's just not ideal. Uh, and hopefully they lay down a bunch of new gravel, and it won't be an issue. But on like clear sunny days, whenever it's just a little bit wet, that hill can get slick as fuck just being wet. And it's already 35 degrees out. The little bit of ice that was out here, I would imagine it's pretty much gone. If it's thicker in some spots, I'm sure there's still ice. But for the road that I'm driving on, I-70, I think we're pretty good. I don't think I-70 is going to have any slick spots. And I am really surprised because on my drive in this morning, I didn't see anybody slipping, sliding. I didn't see anybody crash. I didn't see any wreckage on the side of the road. And I didn't see any of that at all. Like, I was really surprised with how many people were on the highway and how slick the conditions were this morning. I'm really surprised. Um, there is still that one wrecked Ford 500 or whatever the fuck it is on 150 and 71. It's still stuck in between the guardrail over there. I'm like, whose car? Come get it. This is it's not in the way of anything, but it's like, what the fuck? You just gonna leave your car there? I'm surprised the state troopers haven't had it towed off yet. It's just shoved in between two guardrails on the off ramp. It's in between the highway and the off ramp. It's just shoved in there, all fucked up. It's like, hey, listen, I'll come get it, and I'm gonna keep it, whatever it is. Ford Fusion or something. I don't know. And those Ford Fusions, apparently, the only reason I know anything about them is because there's a guy that I sometimes see at one of these businesses that we frequent, and he's got one that's lowered down, and I think it's turboed. But he's like, dude, these cars, even without the turbo, it's pretty fucking quick. I'm like, really? Ford 500 or Ford, whatever the fuck I said it was just a second ago. Um, Fuck, I don't even remember what I called it. I called it a Ford, fucking four door, front wheel drive, goofy, not goofy, but just a weird looking car, kind of. I've been watching Bleep and Jeep. That's on a YouTube channel. I started watching him, and I've been subscribed to him for a while. I haven't really watched him much, but one of them videos came up on my feed, and he was restoring his dad's Toyota pickup truck. I was like, oh man, I love that fucking truck. It's just a short bed, regular cab, four wheel drive. little Toyota Tacoma or whatever it is, Hilux maybe. I don't know. It's a 91 apparently. And I'm like, man, I wish I could find something like that for cheap. Solid axle, front and rear, little 5 speed, 4-wheel drive. One thing I will say, if you've watched it or if you're going to watch it, is what he did to the rear axle, because he had everything redone except for the transmission and the engine, but they kind of freshened up the engine a little bit, and I'm sure I might have missed it, but I'm sure they would have drained and replaced any fluid in the transmission and transfer case also. But he put lockers on the rear axle, and they're just hub lockers. They're not real. They don't work. They don't do anything. They look cool, but he put hub locker hubs instead of like a regular center cap for the wheel or whatever hub cover. He put locker covers on it. He said that even in the video, he's like, these don't do anything. They're just there to look better than the other hub covers. And I'm like, all right, don't do that. All right, do that, but make them actually lock up, buddy. Like that's what I would love. That would be fucking interesting and cool if he had full 4 lockers. That would be really fucking cool. I had my 78 that I had hub locks, manual locks on it, so you had to get out and fucking turn them. One of them was busted, so I would put it in 4-wheel drive, and then still have to get. I would actually just leave the one hub locked in all the time. I don't know. It ran fine and did everything I wanted it to do like that, so I don't think I was hurting anything by it. But I would just leave the one driver side hub locked in all the time. So I could just shift it into 4-wheel drive, and then we're going. We're good to go. The passenger side hub was all fucked up. It was all crunchy. It just spun and spun and spun, I believe. I don't really remember it that much. But I remember my driver side hub, I just leave it locked the fuck in. And then I drive her. If I need 4-wheel drive, lock it in. You got 4-wheel drive. You're good to go. And I guess that was kind of like an open differential for the front. Is what it would have been. But dude, I don't know. Just looking back at what I had, I wish I would have fucking kept it. Because now it's like, if I had what I had back then, my 78, and I would have just spent a little bit of money fixing it up, new springs, uh, maybe a longer front drive shaft, bigger wheels and tires. So like a lift kit basically. Bigger wheels and tires, maybe even a transfer case relocation kit, bring it down a little bit. I don't even know. But I'm just so in love with full solid axle suspensions. I don't know. I just love it. I think it's so cool, like a Jeep or even that Toyota or my 78. It's just like, that's what I want really bad. And the truck I have now, it would be a good candidate for it. Really what my truck is right now is it will haul the family and it'll do truck stuff. And I really kind of just want to leave it alone with what it is. Um, but I'd love to get either a long bed or a short bed, single cab, something that's got a solid front axle in it. And not that I'm opposed to putting a solid front axle in like a 90s Chevy or something like that, because I've seen it done. And there's a guy, he would build mud trucks and stuff. And this one wasn't necessarily mud truck. It was just, he wanted a solid axle swap, his 97 Chevy long bed. And it was lifted up. It was big motherfucker. It was cool. I loved it. But I don't really want a lifted truck necessarily. I just want a solid axle truck. or SUV. So like there's a guy at the shop. He's got his Ford Fusion. That's what it was called because there's one right in front of me right now. There's a guy at the shop that's got one of them. It's a Cherokee ZJYJ FK. I don't fucking know what the Jeep shit means. I don't know, but it's a fucking Cherokee. There's either a Wrangler or a Cherokee. That's the difference. And then there's a Grand Cherokee. That's what I know. That's all I know. There's CJ is the old style Jeep, I guess. YJ, I don't fucking know, man. Pretty pretty gay if you ask me. Just kidding. Just kidding. I don't like to call things gay or like retarded or anything because it will hurt somebody's feelings somewhere maybe. But if you're looking back in like 2007 terminology, that's fucking gay, dude. YJ, it's a JKLSGA. I don't know, even know what the fuck. I don't know what the fuck it means. It's a Cherokee, it's a Wrangler, or it's a Grand Cherokee, or it's a Comanche. And a Comanche would be really fucking cool. That would be, I mean, top dog. Or like the Tremors fucking Jeep or Toyota or whatever the fuck it was. It was a Jeep. The Tremors Jeep pickup truck is the coolest fucking truck. I mean, I love that fucking truck. It would be so cool to have one of those. And I don't know what the fuck that was called. It was like a Wagoneer looking front end, and then it was a truck bed, step side body on the back. It just looked so fucking tough. It was so cool. I think I was hauling a piece of some train wheel looking. I don't fucking know. He's hauling some shit. It's only a little piece of metal looking like on his truck bed, but I bet that's fucking heavy. Anyways, yeah, I'll get on fucking Craig's or Facebook Marketplace, scroll through on there, and just check out some shit. Oh man, if I could get a little Toyota or Nissan or whatever, little solid axle, little pickup truck, they're just so easy. Not maybe not easy, but they're just so fun to look at and work on and stuff. And it's like it's not gonna be a nice truck. It's not gonna be a fucking I'm not gonna restore it like they're fucking restoring. Like they're doing body work and shit on what seemed to be like a perfect body on the bleeping Jeep one. Which yeah, they wanted to make it nice. His dad takes very good care of his shit, so they're restoring his dad's Toyota pickup truck and making it all perfect, and that is cool. He will enjoy it. Now I'm looking for something I can take on the trail. I don't want it to be a complete piece of shit. But it would be nice if I could just get like a little Toyota, a little 4-cylinder, or the V6. I don't know which one's better. I would imagine the V6 is, or not the V6, the straight six. VR, I don't even know engines. But it'd be fucking cool. Have a little pickup truck I could take off road and I can drive it on the road. That's what I'm after. I want something I can drive around on the road. I can drive it to the trail and go, or put it on a little trailer and tow it to the trail. My truck is not good at towing, so probably not doing that. But yeah, a little pickup truck. That's what I would love, or like a Samurai. I know a guy that's got a Samurai, and he will never get rid of it. But it's like he also is not working on it ever. I'm like, dude, just fucking work on it. You got all this other shit that you got around your house and other shit, but just work on the Samurai, man. He was working on it there for a little while, and I think he got it running. And then now it's just parked off beside his garage, just sitting there in the grass under a tree, just hanging out. I mean, not. I guess I don't think he's neglecting it really, but it's like I I don't even want it. I want to see you driving around with it. I want to see you having fun with it. It's what I want. I'd like to get something like I had that quad, and the quad is going to do really good for him. For me, it would be fun to have a quad like that or something. But realistically, I want four-wheel drive because the shit that I do, I don't want to have to rely on just one set of wheels. I want four-wheel drive, and I'd almost rather be in a cage. I'd rather have some sort of a cage, more comfortable. I could have a buddy with me, and they don't have to fucking hump my ass. That'd be cool. Having nobody humping my ass down the trail. Having my son on there, but don't burn your fucking leg on the exhaust. Like that's I don't want that to happen. It'd be cool if I could have a little Toyota pickup truck. I'm just going to use the Toyota as an example. Little Toyota pickup truck with a tubular cage put in it, and it's not going to be like a legit cage, but something, at least something, to keep the roof from crushing in. Maybe even like a real roll bar, like not a fake roll bar, like a real roll bar, cut holes in the bed and weld that shit to the fucking frame type roll bar, or bolt it to the frame at least. There goes one of the Mercedes fucking off-roader vans. It's got all the antennas and shit. His antenna on the back is just a waving back and forth. I'm running my Jake brake on level 1 down this hill. 60 is a good speed for me. The only problem I have with the Jake brakes on these trucks is whenever you're using the Jake brake, it's got the taillights on. So everybody looking at me, which I would look at me too and be like, why are you riding your brakes all the way down the fucking hill? I'm not riding the brakes down the hill. I'm using the Jake brake, but for some reason it fucking turns on my taillights. Now I can see level 3, yeah, turn on the taillights. That's really going to slow you the fuck down and actually change your speed. But level 1, it just really just keeps you steady down the hill. I don't want to be going 75 at the bottom of the fucking hill and hit an ice patch. Oh, shout out to all you fucking Colorado drivers. Whether you live there and that's where you drive, or you're just a guy from fucking New Mexico running up there or whatever. Shout out to you fucking guys, because I've driven through Colorado with just a car. And that is so nerve-wracking. Oh my, I can't, I'm like, what the fuck is this? You're just bombing down a hill. It's like, doesn't matter what the fuck happens, you're not going to stop. Yeah, hopefully there's a runaway nearby, but if you blow a fucking tire running down those hills, or God forbid the cars do something stupid and they fucking stop on the fucking hill, you're fucking in trouble, buddy. That's not a good place to be. Um, I'm not a fan of that. All right, recording resumed. Some fucking guy called me. Hello, Kevin. I'm interested in your property on blah 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 street. How the fuck you have all that information? I was seeing if you were ready to sell or hard cash offer here today. No. You're not willing to sell today or never? I said, net, and then he hung up. Getting cocky as shit. What if I did decide to sell? I ain't selling to you now. A hard cash offer. Listen, buddy. No, I ain't selling my house. Not to you and not to your brother. I ain't selling it. My house, I live there with my family. Leave me alone. That's another thing that's going on these days is these big companies are buying up so much fucking real estate, and they're paying people to just call people and see if they want to sell a house and shit. It's like, what is going on? So like, just think of like my neighborhood. These big companies, they buy up all these houses, and this is just me thinking. I don't really have much knowledge about what's going on exactly, but I know that these big companies are fucking buying up all these fucking houses, and then they're not selling them. They're making them rental properties. So then it's like an entire neighborhood will be full of rentals. And it's like, listen, I've been a rental before. I've rented houses and stuff, and I don't know. Well, I guess like the duplex and stuff, but the house that I rented, it was surrounded by people that owned their houses, and it was a nice little area. And it's like, this is a perfect place to rent a house. I don't want this house. It was a really shitty house, but there was a little bit of pride in that neighborhood. And you get to these rental property neighborhoods, and where all it is rentals, and it's like nobody gives a fuck. People are in and out all the fucking time. There's, potentially higher crime, uh, and you just don't get to know your neighbors because they're fucking in and out all the fucking time. And the neighborhood I'm in, I know, I'm pretty sure there are no rentals. I'm sure there's rentals around the corner or something, but in on my street, I'm surrounded by. All right, back recording. That was a guy at the shop. He said, "Hey, I need to know what's in your shit." Like, what do you mean? He's like, "You shit in these bathrooms down here, and they're all fucked up." I'm like, "Whoa, whoa, 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 whoa." I tried to make it as clear as possible that I shit in it on the 10th. I told our boss I shit in it on the 10th, and I filled up trash bags with the sink, dumped it in the back of the toilet, and got all my shit fucking flushed down the line. I was not, what is in there today is nothing that I have anything to do with. They're like, well, we're on the job of cleaning out these fucking toilets, so we need to. I just wanted to know what you ate. I'm like, that's not my shit. It's not my shit. You need to ask whoever's shit that is. You can sample it. It's not mine. That's not my shit. Said we need an SDS and a manifest um, before they send in a guy to clean them toilets because it burnt their nostrils apparently. Like, hey, listen, that's not my shit. I promise you guys, that's not me. Not nothing that's going on in there. I'm just the guy that found it. I am not the fucking guy that fucking made the mess. So, anyways, again, they're fucking pinning this shit on me. Why? I don't know. Uh, but anyways, what was I talking about? Rental properties. Yeah, my neighborhood is full of owners, and I mean, you can do whatever you want with your property, but if all of my neighbors sold all their houses and created rentals, I'd be kind of upset about that. Not that I could do anything about it, but I would be like, you motherfuckers. Now it's full of fucking rental peoples. But you know what? You're gonna do whatever you can to make as much money as you can when you sell these fucking houses. But I'm at the landfill, so I'll talk to you guys in a little bit. Everything went fine here at the dump. Um, got offloaded just wonderfully. I got a truck rolling up on me now. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, got up there. Everything was fine. They've been putting down a bunch of like sand rock mixture, so there's no ice or anything up here at all. And then usually they have me hook up to a frac tank and pump off into a frac tank. Um, but they were worried that the frac tank might freeze up, so they were like, "Nah, don't do that." And then, yeah, offloaded. Talked to the guy up there. He's such a cool guy. I like him. You know, if I ever lost my job, I think I know where I'd go. At least for a little bit. I'd be like, hey, I'm coming. I'm coming. I won't be here for very long, probably. If y'all ain't paying enough or getting enough hours here. But I know where I can come for a little bit at least. Well, I mean, probably not. If I had to, I don't think I'm ever going to be short unless I do some really fucked up shit. But I don't think I'm ever going to have any issues getting another job if I ever need one. I've built relationships up at many of these places. Um, but, you know, it all depends on why I decide to leave my current employer, if I ever did, which I don't plan on it. I really do enjoy my job that I do. I like what I do. I don't want to go anywhere else. More money would be fucking wonderful, but is that gonna happen? I don't know. Uh, we just did our review, so we will be. You better stop, you fucking zip zappy. Fucking CRV just hauling ass off the highway, fucking doing skids and shit. Oh man, that guy's. Good luck, buddy. Good luck. Um, yep. Offloaded all this stuff. I was like, hey man, you probably want this in your frac tank because it's hot. It's like, oh, well, we already started offloading in the tank or in the pit, so it'll be all right. I'm like, all right. I'm like, this stuff is like 300 degrees or something. It's like hot, hot. But got offloaded and left. There's a safety guy there though. He's like, hey, make sure you're wearing your shit when you're around here, because this fucking safety guy just keeps rolling up here and harassing everybody, making sure they got all their safety shit on. Like, what a fucking bitch. He's like, I know, I know. It's like, just letting you know, you do whatever you want, but have your vest or your hard hat. I'm like, you got it, buddy. Which I already know. Like, you can't even walk up to the scale house without your hard hat, glasses, and vest. They won't. They'll be like, hey, you need to go get your hard hat. Like, oh, it's in the truck. Well, go get it. Like they want to see it on you before they even let you off the scale. And there was one time where I thought I was going to be, slick and get away with it. Nope, not at all. Even high vis shirts, they don't care. It's got to have the reflectives shit. I'm like, okay, okay, I get it. But one day I thought I was gonna be slick and go in there, and I was like, I don't have my hard hat or this or that. And usually down by the dump face, like nobody's gonna fuck with you. I mean, is it hard to see a person and a big ass truck? I don't know. But nobody really fucks with you if you make it all the way. But the scale operators are real big on that. And they made me buy a cheap hard hat and a cheap vest. I'm surprised at how cheap they were. It was like $12 for a hard hat and a vest. And I was like, oh, yeah, I got $12. I can cover that shit real quick. Cash only. Oh well, fuck me, right? Um, which is weird because they don't accept cash for offloads. Like you're not. It's like credit card and debit card sales only. They don't do checks or cash anymore. Uh, so yeah, I don't think you're gonna get away with it at that land. At the other landfill, you could walk up there naked and they'll let you in. They don't give a fuck, and then nobody's gonna be around you at all. Oh, dude, somebody took out this fucking bridge. There's a guardrail along. It's like a skinny part of the road. Two cars still fit through there, but a little guardrail over this little tiny bridge. Somebody ran over the fucking guardrail, and it's like, man, somebody gonna have a bad day hitting that motherfucker. So it's 11:15. I think I'm gonna stop on my way in and grab something to eat. So I'm hungry. And then, yeah, my day's only gonna go till noon today, which is kind of shitty. Am I gonna have to use another 4 hours of PTO today, or just hang around the shop doing whatever little bits and pieces they got going on? I'm really glad they called me about the toilet and then I'm gone. Can't do it. I'm gone because they're going to have that shit cleared up and fixed up before I get back. Nope. I ain't messing with that. That was not my shit. Just because I found the issue does not mean I need to fix it. I'm not a plumber. Call plumber. Call plumber. Not me. I told him about it on the 10th. I fixed my issue. I did everything I could, and you ain't getting me in that fucking toilet. Nope, not doing that. I ain't digging through somebody's random shit. All right, come on, truck. Yeah, everything's just wet now. I mean, obviously there's ice and snow in the grass, but the roads are clear. Shoot, maybe they'll be doing that drive training thing. Maybe I can get in on that. I'd rather get in on that than walk around the shop looking for shit to do. Because it's like, it's not that big of a deal, but it's like, all right, yeah, I'm gonna reorganize this shelf. Well, you can't just reorganize a little bit. You got to take everything off the shelf. And then it's like, oh, now it's fucking 6 o'clock at night, and I'm still fucking fixing the shelf. Do it right, or don't do it at all. Or they say, all right, call it quits for the day, and get out of here. And then the shelf looks like shit and is all fucked up. And then a day goes by, and people fuck with everything. It's like, man, I just don't even like. I don't like to start the projects. I wonder what I'm doing tomorrow. Let's see. I can see once I get there, but I'd rather just know before I go. I guess this road could be a little slick still. It's not, at least where I'm driving. It's under a bunch of trees and stuff, so not a lot of wind or sunlight can get down in here. No schedule for tomorrow. Nothing. And then I'm on call this weekend, which is going to be wonderful. I need the hours. I need the hours. I need the hours. I'll keep saying that. I need the hours. I need the hours. They're going to have all kinds of shit going on this weekend, and I will be involved with it. Not good. Not happy. I don't want to work on the weekend. I like having days off. I don't like having a slow week of fuck that just drags on and then work the weekend. I would rather go out to Oklahoma. But obviously, that is not part of their plan for me. They'll give it to anybody else before me. Not sure why. All right, got this taken care of. I'm going to go ahead and let you all go. I'm sure you've listened to me ramble on about random fucking shit for long enough, so y'all have a great day and keep all 18 down. Don't let the man get you down neither. Okay, just do what you are good at doing. Some other motivational shit that I'm saying right now. Bye.